Hey guys, okay, so I haven't made a video in a really long time, and so this is going to be my top 10 heavy metal bands. I know I made a video like this before, but the list has changed a lot since then, so we're going to do a new video. I took down the old video and we're going to do a new one now. This list that I'm doing now, the top 10 metal bands, is not going to change. Guaranteed. Guaranteed not going to change this time. But so we're gonna start from 10 down to 1, and when I say a band and I show you, I'm gonna say my favorite album and just say a little bit, like just tell you my favorite album and just say a little something about the band. So we're gonna start with number 10, which is Scorpions. I prefer 70 Scorpions, but this is actually my favorite album, Blackout, 1982, I believe. Yes, 1982. And but I prefer the 70 Scorpions over the 80 Scorpions, but this is actually my favorite album. Which is funny. But I just think this album's a classic Scorpions record. Every song on this record is good. So I mean, you have classics like Blackout, of course, No One Like You, China White is a good song. Every song on this record is a good song. So that's Scorpions. Number 9 is Anthrax. So, Anthrax, number 9. This is not my favorite record. Excuse the TV. Hold on, let me lower the TV. I'm watching Metallica interviews, because, Metallica is awesome. But, so yeah, as I was saying about Anthrax, this is just a single, not an album. But my favorite album is Among the Living, which back here, you can see, they were on the Among the Living tour. This came out the same year as Among the Living. So yeah, I saw them on the Metal Alliance tour where they played all of Among the Living from start to finish, with a couple songs, in between. They didn't just play Among the Living like from start to finish, like each song back to back to. I mean, they did, but with a few songs in between. So let's say they played like they went from Indians to like Death Rider or something, and then after that they played whatever comes after Indians. I forget. I'm not good with the chronological order of the songs on albums, but except for Metallica, I memorize those. But but I saw them on the Metal Alliance tour. So Anthrax, number 9. Number 8. I don't have an album from them, so that kind of sucks. But it's Saxon. I do have a shirt from Saxon. All right, so this is Saxon, number 8. I think behind Iron Maiden, they are pretty much second to being the leaders of the new wave of British heavy metal, in my opinion. This is not my favorite album, by the way, Strong Arm of the Law. My favorite album is Wheels of Steel. So I think they come in second to Iron Maiden too, being the leaders of the new wave of British heavy metal movement. So that was number 8, I believe. Yeah, number 8. Alright, number 7 is Slayer. Yeah, Slayer, it's not my favorite album, by the way. My favorite album from Slayer is Seasons in the Abyss. And a lot of people don't really like Seasons in the Abyss that much, because it's kind of like, it's like Slayer, like, kind of mellowed down, kind of stuck it to being like, I mean, it's still thrash in a sense. I mean, you have like a song like War Ensemble. I mean, that's insanely fast. But I mean, you have songs like Dead Skin Mask and Skeletons of Society, where they're just they're kind of just heavy to the point, slowed down songs, kind of slowed down for Slayer anyway. Slayer plays 1,000 miles an hour. But a lot of people would prefer like Rain and Blood, Show No Mercy, Hell Awaits. I prefer Seasons in the Abyss, and I think my second favorite album from Slayer is South of Heaven. It's sort of like Seasons in the Abyss, where it's kind of slowed down, but at the same time, it's still thrash. So, yeah, number 6, I believe. Number 6 is Slayer. I believe. Wait, was that 6? No, 7, sorry. Wait. I'm sorry, I'm losing count, so 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 7. Number 7 is Slayer. I think I said 6, didn't I? I'm sorry. I meant 7 when I said Slayer. So, this is Slayer, number 7. Number 6, Black Sabbath. The real number 6 right here. So this is Black Sabbath. This is not my favorite album. My favorite album from Black Sabbath is Paranoid. Every song on Paranoid is amazing. Amazing. It's just an amazing classic heavy metal record. But Black Sabbath doesn't have to necessarily be Ozzy Sabbath. It can be Dio Sabbath, but I prefer Ozzy Sabbath. But all Sabbath to me is good. So yeah, Black Sabbath, number 6. Number 5, I don't have an album from them either, unfortunately, on vinyl or CD. So I'm still looking. I mean, I've found CDs, but I really want them on vinyl. But number 5 is Death. Pretty much the inventors of death metal. Some say Possessed invented death metal. Like, I guess, like, a lot of people will say, like, Possessed invented death metal, but I think Death really gave death metal its true sound, and, you know, kind of showed everyone how to do it. This is my favorite album, by the way, from Death, Leprosy. Best Death album in my opinion. I do really like the Sound of Perseverance a lot. I think the entire Death discography is amazing. Every album from them is amazing, but this album really stands out to me. I think it's their best album. And I think the second best album is, of course, The Sound of Perseverance. I think that one is their second best, which was the last record, of course. But number 5 is Death. Okay. Number 4. Now, a lot of people don't really like this band, and I don't really know why. But I think every album, the entire discography of this band is great. It's Tool. And this is actually my favorite album. It's Anima. This is not my CD, by the way. This is my little brother Kyle's. Actually, Kyle, he's actually, I mean, he was kind of into heavy metal before, but he's really into it now, so he's starting to buy CDs, and he actually bought this one, which I'm pretty jealous of, because this is my favorite album, but this is his CD. I mean, I guess it's pretty much our CD, because we both listen to it on my, on my record player, because my record player has a CD player and a tape player, so, yeah, this is Anima by Tool. My favorite album. Tool, prog, they're prog metal, prog rock, whatever you want to call it. But I think the entire Tool discography and every song by Tool, I've heard every album and every song by Tool. I think they do not have a bad song or album in their entire discography, and I heard they're coming out with a new album, so it's obviously going to be great, because every album in their entire discography is great. So yeah, number 4 is Tool. Number 3, Judas Priest. What can you say that hasn't already been said about Judas Priest? I mean, they're metal gods, they're amazing. This is my second favorite album, actually. My first favorite album is Defenders of the Faith. Rob Halford, such an inspiration to me as being a vocalist. He's a very big inspiration on me. So yeah, number 3 is Judas Priest. Number 2, Iron Maiden. Leaders of the new wave of British heavy metal movement. My favorite album is Seventh Son of the Seventh Son, and second would be Killers. But yeah, Iron Maiden. Bruce Dickinson, another big inspiration to me as a heavy metal vocalist. Bruce Dickinson is a big inspiration. So yeah, Iron Maiden. Second favorite band is Iron Maiden. And number one, I think everybody knows this already, but my number one favorite band is Metallica. Metallica, of course. Being the leaders of thrash metal. Slowly kind of turning away from thrash metal toward the 90s with the, the Black Album and, Load and Reload. Recently came back with Death Magnetic, came back to thrash. Heard they started recording, I actually heard that they started recording their new album, finally, instead of doing, appearances for their movie Through the Never, which was actually really good, but I'm so glad they're actually recording their new album. But this is my favorite record, Ride the Lightning. Favorite Metallica album of all time. The best Metallica album of all time, in my opinion. This is the best Metallica album of all time. My little brother Kyle would disagree and say Master of Puppets is the best album, but no, this right here. This is the best Metallica album of all. This is the best Metallica album of all time. So, Metallica, Ride the Lightning, best album. What is there to say about Metallica? They're great leaders of thrash, biggest heavy metal band of all time next to Iron Maiden, in my opinion. So, there's Metallica. And so those are my top 10 heavy metal bands, going from 10 to 1 with my favorite albums. Tell me your top 10, actually, your top 10 heavy metal bands. Tell me your favorite album, too. So do what I did, give your top 10 list from 10 to 1, and then say your bands, and then say your favorite album from those bands. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you disagree with my list, I mean, like I said, post in the comments your own list, say your favorite albums from them. But I hope you like this video. More videos to come now that I am off of Not the Scary Farm, no longer on work, but I am going to look for a job soon. So once I get my new job, that means there will be lack of videos again, and that sucks, so whatever. But I would definitely try my hardest this time around to make videos like I did before, like putting out a video like almost every day. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.